to say hola, but we're doing Italian, so anyway. Bonjour is French. Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna make stuffed shells today. But we're not gonna bake them. We're gonna make them and freeze them. Cook ahead. It's awesome. One of my favorite things to do. So first we're gonna do the filling. I like to use an egg. Some recipes don't call for an egg, but I like to use an egg. So one egg, put an egg. You don't want an egg, don't put an egg. Either way, they're gonna come out so good because they're just stuffed with cheese. You have pasta stuffed with cheese? I mean, really, come on, who would you need? Now we want to beat it a little bit first to get that all nice and mixed up. And then we're gonna add, I use the whole tub of ricotta. I don't use the skim, low fat, sorry. I go full tilt, bozo, as my husband would say. Oh, my spatula's are great. Oh, good. Ooh, and got one more. Squeeze that puppy in. Oh, yeah, come on. Yum, yum, yum. Oh my gosh, just taste that. So good. So I use a whole one. Oh, let's see what this is. It is a 32-ounce jar. And I'll use one 8-ounce bag of mozzarella cheese. You can get the block and grate it yourself. I don't like to. Grate cheese is one of my least favorite things to do in the whole wide world. That and washed lettuce. Can't stand it, but I do it a lot because I try to eat a lot of salads, but I do not like doing it. I'm breaking up the big pieces. Now, you can add parsley to this, but I like to put spinach. Oh, here's a big chunk. You want that big? I think it fell in the egg though. Okay. So, I'm putting fresh spinach in there. You can use frozen spinach, just make sure it's thawed and you drain the water out so not you're gonna have a wet, gloppy mess. I like putting green bits in there because it just makes me feel better. And then I also have my anti-veggie housemates, i.e. my daughter and my husband. If they want to eat stuffed shells, they're going to have a little bit of spinach. So I'm chopping it up. This is a whole one bunch of spinach. We'll see how much we use it all once we mix it up. That might be. Oh yeah, let's just do it. Use most of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do cut off the stems. Did I say it gets dirty? Fresh spinach is pretty dirty, so you want to clean it really well. And dry it as much as you can too. Chop, chop, chop. Blah, blah, blah. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. That should probably be enough. Like I said, if it's any left over, even though it's this much, I'll put it in my salad. Okay, so I chopped that up already. We're going to add Parmesan cheese. You can, again, buy the block of Parmesan cheese. This is just cheaper in a way. It's still pretty good because you're, you know, putting the whole skim mozzarella in there. The whole, not the whole skim, the whole ricotta. I use about a cup of cheese. We might add more. We're going to see. So we're going to taste it. I know there's a raw egg in there. Oh my gosh. Ah, there's a raw egg. Whatever. I'm not too worried. If you don't want to try it with a raw egg, that's all right. The salt content should probably be okay with the cheese. You can add a little salt. Oh my gosh, yummy. Is this real? Oh, we got a big old parm ball there. Incorporate this really, really good because you want everyone to get a taste of spinach, of parm. I'll give you those Parmesan balls that I get from those. And again, if you want to use like Parmigiano Reggiano, which is one of my favorite cheeses ever in the whole wide world, but you want to spend $19 a pound and grate it, fantastic. For a special occasion, go for it. Add about a teaspoon of salt. I think that should be enough. I don't think we're going to need more salt than that. Probably half a teaspoon of pepper should be good too. No extra pepper. Okay. Mix that up again, and now we're going to stuff our shells. Super easy to do. So that's a little bit of work. I'm going to break a sweat. Isn't that sad? Alright. So that is all done. Okay. instructions. If you can't find shells, you can always use the manicotti or manigot, however it's supposed to be said, because I said it incorrectly both ways. And those are the long tube ones. If you want to fill those, get a baggie, snip the end corner, you can squeeze them, squeeze the filling in that way. It's a lot easier, way easier. So when you assemble your shells, it's really important to put a little sauce, or a lot of sauce actually, I'm kidding, on the bottom of your pan so your shells don't stick. This is my homemade meat sauce. Use jar sauce. I'll teach you how to make this later, but you can use jar sauce. This is so good. You can, basically use almost any kind of sauce, and it's so yummy. The first time I ever had shells was in college at this place called Micaela's. Oh my god, it was so good. Now this shell is a little distorted, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna get filled with cheese, and then it's going to be covered in sauce. So it's really not gonna matter if you have some that are a little bit off. And I'm putting about a good heaping tablespoon of filling in there because I like mine cheesy. And when you're making these, you kind of want to figure about 3 to 5 per person. If you're going to serve like a salad and bread or something, is usually good. I can usually eat about 3 if I'm just having this alone. But again, depends on the appetite and the, who's at your table. How many can you eat, babe? 6? Yeah, about 6. So I'm gonna line all these up, and then I'm not gonna bake them. I'm gonna freeze them. I'm gonna cover them in foil. Let me show you that too. I'm gonna cover them in foil and stick them in the freezer. So let's say I'm gone, hubby's by himself, there's a meal he can eat. Fill all these up. Or friends having a party. Oh no, what should I bring? Oh, I don't have time to do anything. Yada, yada, yada. Wait, you have stuffed shells in your freezer. And you can take them straight from the freezer after you remove the plastic. And you can put them in your freezer, in your oven, frozen to cook. Obviously, it's going to probably take twice as long, but it can be done. Take the plastic off, put them in a 350-degree oven until they're bubbling and heated all the way through. Because pretty much everything's cooked. You have your egg, but once they're in there, eggs don't take that long to cook. You are good to go. Put that to the side. So yummy. Let's see, I think we could shove that one in there. We'll shove 2 more in there. We could probably squeeze more in there, but that should be enough. Give them some space. And then more sauce. And a little more sauce, because we like it saucy. If you want yours drier, you don't have to add as much sauce. But I like sauce.
Me too.
You too? That was the peanut gallery. Haji.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, it's so yummy. Okay, so we've got those. I'm gonna do these later, so I don't keep you on the YouTube too long. I love buying my industrial size plastic wrap. Cover it as such. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Oil. And again, when you bake it, make sure you take the plastic off. Right, Grace?
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite kitchen utensils is my Sharpie. Not just because I'm Latina. I love my Sharpie.
That's not a Sharpie.
It's a Sharpie. It's a marker. And I'll put on here stuffed shells, 350, and then I'll put remove plastic because sometimes either I'll forget or if I leave it for Rick, he can take them off. Remove plastic. And you can cook it with the foil on for the first half, and then at the last half you can leave it on if you want to get a little golden brown on top. And that's it. That is stuffed shells. And this will make about 3 pans or 1 big one and this little one. So it's a lot of food, pretty inexpensive, and it's so delicious. So we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoy.